What is going on, guys? It's AppleCritics from AppleCritics.com. I got a very special video for you guys, and that is going to be on the best apps for the iPhone 12. So you can see that I have my iPhone 12 right here. It is the iPhone 12 Pro. So these are the best apps for the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 Pro, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, respectively. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight on into this video. So the first app in this video goes by the name of RoboKiller. So essentially what RoboKiller does is it blocks all those unnecessary, unwanted spam calls. So when you get those calls from the random number, RoboKiller will take care of it and it will remove 99% of the spam calls that you get on your iPhone. So this is definitely a very powerful app and I highly recommend it. So it just has a seamless interface and it always gets the job done, and you can definitely rely on this app. Next up, we have 1Password. Now, 1Password is perhaps one of the best apps ever made. So it does as the name suggests. So with 1Password, you only have one password for all of the passwords that you have for all of your online websites and apps. So it's just really good to just have one password to open up the vault. And then you can put in all your passwords that you have. It's a very trusted app. It's encrypted and everything like that. But it's just very easy to use, easy to navigate, and it always works. And I highly recommend it. And it is quite affordable. You can see the membership for it. So it's 6 months for $11.99 and then $5.49 monthly. So you may not find any use for it originally, but once you really dig deep, you'll see the value that 1Password provides. Now, next up, we have Text Grabber. So Text Grabber is a relatively unique app, and it actually will grab the text in real time, and it'll be able to translate the particular text. So what we can do is just put something right in front of the camera. So let's say, for example, it just says the home of technology. You can see it now will translate from English to German, and you can see that it did pretty well. So that's what the Text Grabber app does. It's also a real-time camera as well. So you have all these different features as well. So it's a relatively simple app. It does get the job done and it has a lot to offer, and it works really well with the 12 Pro and all the iPhone 12s. Now, next up, we have the iTranslate Converse app. So this is the iTranslate Converse app. So you can transform your iPhone into a translation device. So what we can do is just go ahead and press continue. So all we have to do is just go ahead and swipe up for the languages. So we can choose which languages we want. So we can just tap to change the flag. So it would be French to English, but we can just go ahead and change it around. So let's say, for example, we do keep it that way. So let's say, for example, we take a look at all the languages that are in it. So you have English from Great Britain. You have English from USA. You have German, Greek, Italian, and a whole lot more. So let's say, for example, we just choose English USA, and then we change it to Italian. So now what I can do is actually change it from English to French instead of English to Italian, for example, and now we can just carry on a full conversation. Hello.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Hello, how's it going?
So you can see that I went from English to French, and then I also spoke in French to English. So you can see that you have a one-on-one conversation with someone who speaks a different language. So this just shows how powerful this app actually is. And I'm super excited to use it more. So that's the iTranslate Converse app. It's just a very well put together app. And I do like that you can just swipe up and just change the languages. And there also is an offline mode, which makes this app even better. Then you can just swipe down and take a look at some of these settings as well. So you can see what settings it has to offer. And it's just a relatively simple, well put together app that has an amazing UI. Now, next up, we have the Launch app. So this is the Launch app. It's very well put together. So what we can do is just simply tap on these settings right here, and then we can go into Today widget, and then we can have apps that we want to put in for the Today widget, and it just integrates well into the device. So we can just choose to have certain apps, and we can just add them. And you can also add certain actions, so we can import all of our shortcuts. We can call certain people in our contact list. We have the QR code reader. We have the bookmarks that we have our contacts, we have our search, and everything like that. So you just go ahead ahead and adjust it to our liking. So you can see it's just definitely well put together. And then as it suggests, you'll have all these apps in under your Today widget. So when you easily launch it, then you can launch all these apps. So that's what the Launch app allows you to do. Now next up is a note-taking app that goes by the name of Noted. So Noted is just a very simple, well put together note app that has some unique features. So you can just simply go into it and we can make a new note. And once you go into a note, you're going to notice that we have the option to have voice memos within the note. So let's say, for example, this is a test. This is a test. This is a test. This is a test. So you can see that we have that voice memo within the note, and then we can still type some more text into it. So we just say this is a test. So we have that right there. So you can see that it does work very well. So it's nice to have it integrated within the Notes app, something that the standard Notes app doesn't currently have, especially not like this interface. So this does look really good. And that's basically what the Noted app allows you to do, and it has that great interface as well. You can see that it's more interactive and you can add more multimedia. You can also add a phrase to Siri in order to create new recordings in this notebook. So that is really good, and I just like the overall feel of this app. Now next up we have the Speed Test app. So we can just simply go into it. And once you go into the Speed Test app, it does as the name suggests, so it just tells you how fast your particular Wi-Fi is, and also tells you how fast your data is, or your 4G or 5G. It just tells you how fast it is. So that's the main premise of this app, and it just works very well. It's been around for quite a while, but I just like the app in general, and it's just a great utility to have. So you can see that is my Wi-Fi speed. Next up, we have the Wally app. So this is the Wally app. It just does as the name suggests. It's just a solid wallpaper app. You can see that you have a bunch of different wallpapers. You can take a look at what is the most popular wallpaper. It's all user generated as well. You can see what is the featured wallpaper. And it's just always good to have a solid wallpaper app so you can just easily access your photos and then you can just put it in for Wally and just download the particular wallpaper. So it's just really well put together, and it's just good to have just at least one solid wallpaper app on your iPhone 12. So that basically is the Wally app. Now next up we have the TickTick app. So you just go into it and it shows you what you want to create. So it just makes, so it's basically a schedule planner, and it just gives you a to-do list as well. So just simply go ahead and choose what we want. And now this is what it looks like. So you can see that we could easily create a new task. You can hold plus to add another task by voice. You can swipe left to set a date and reminder. You can add more details to a task, and there's just much more. So you can just easily select a task. So you can just say film a video today, and then you can just enter it in. And then you can easily add a label if we want. We can add some more emojis. We can categorize where we want to put it. We can see if we want to put it as a time or a specific date. And you can also have the duration of it as well. So we have the duration right there. So you can see it's really, really good. And then you can just easily clear it. And then you can just press enter right here. So you just put film a video today, and it'll be at the top. And then you can put a check mark once it's done. And then it'll be completed. And it'll just give you that sound as well to make it rewarding. If you're a very goal-oriented person, this app is definitely for you, and it just will organize your day, and you'll see that'll go right under here. So it's just a very well put together app as well. So that is just definitely good to see. And then you can just see your overall calendar, and there is some pro features to this, and you can even sign up and make an account for it as well. Now next up we have the Bear Notes app. And the Bear Notes app is also another good app for notes. You can just see how simplistic it is, and just gives you another new dimension. So we just put this as a test. So this is a test app for notes. So you just say, please subscribe as well. So we have it all right here. So it also has a nice design. We have some more information about it. We can just easily have actions for a note. So we can just pin note. We can move to trash, duplicate notes. We have the archive. We can add a password to our notes so it can be password protected. We can share it. We can export it, and we can copy it as and copy link to a note. So you can see we have all those actions right there, and then you have the info button so we can get some information on it. We actually have a word count on it, we have the characters, we have the read time, we have how many paragraphs as well, and we can see which device edited at, and we have the creation date as well. So we have all that information within Bare Notes, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to this app, and you can easily organize our notes, you can see the trash, and I just like the overall user interface as well. Now next up we have the Apollo Reddit app. So under the Apollo Reddit app, you can just see Reddit in a new form. You can find your favorite subreddit. You can just take a look at everything that's going on Reddit. So you have a lot of great information. So it's just one of the best alternatives to the normal Reddit app that you can get on the App Store. You have all your information right here. You can just take a look at all these different subreddits and threads. So it's just that good. So that is the Apollo Reddit app. There's not much to it, just very simple and pretty straightforward, and I highly recommend the app. Now next up is the pCalc Lite. So pCalc Lite basically gives you a more advanced calculator than the normal calculator app. You can once again rotate it and see all the options that you have. It is just very well put together, and it just is good to see that you have a more functional calculator than the normal calculator that you do get. Now next up we have the Halide app. So Halide is a Mark II camera application. So you can see that you have different intuitive gestures that you can make for controlling to make a camera snap, and you can swipe down and or up to adjust the focus. You can swipe into manual focus and out of it, and then you can drag up for all the controls. And there's also Pro Tools as well, and then there's the raw image. So this is the Halide app once you first go into it. So you can just see, you can swipe up for more exposure. So you can see that's the overexposed, and then we have the less exposed. You can swipe around for some manual focus tools. So you can make it manual. You can also show our front-facing camera right here. We have this option, so we have the luminance, histogram. We have different filters as well, and you have the depth mode and portrait mode and depth. And you can see that we can just go into this mode. So you have the grid mode and also depth mode. And we have the zoom right here as well. So you can see this is basically a pro camera app for our iPhone. And you can adjust the photo as well. So this is definitely one of the best camera apps you can get for your iPhone 12. So that's basically the Halide app. Now, last but not least, we have the YouTube Studio app. So the YouTube Studio app is very underrated and not a lot of creators know about it. It just gives you all of your YouTube analytics in the app mobile form, and it just works very well and just keeps you in tune with how your YouTube channel is going, which videos are successful, which videos you can change. And you can also edit certain titles on your videos, thumbnails, tags, and much more. So this is a powerful powerhouse of an app. So hopefully you thoroughly enjoyed this video on all of the best apps for the iPhone 12, 12 Pro, and 12 Pro Max. If you did, be sure to smash the like button down below. Also be sure to check out all the videos on my channel. Be sure to check out AppleCritics.com for this Apple News more. Like my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/AppleCritics. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/AppleCritics. And also be sure to leave a comment down below of what you think of this video. And be sure to subscribe for more great content. And thanks for watching.